Hello everyone, thank you for joining me today. Oh, chaos here. Right, sorry I'm a little bit late. Hello everyone, I hope my microphone is better today. Let me know, is it crackling anymore? It shouldn't be. Right, I'm going to have my cup of tea while you're all joining me. And I think I should put on my Huda foundation and the primer. So, just to let you know, I have just finished. Hello, Terry. Hello, Rebecca. Hello, Rachel. Hello, Bushra. Hello. I've just finished all my Dr. Sam Bunting. So I'm going to do a final review. I stopped doing the weekly updates because I was kind of running out of things to say. But I will do a conclusion. I'm just going to put on some of this Huda Jelly Primer. And I'm now moving on to Verso because I got Verso in my cohorted box. So I'm moving on to Verso and I'm going to use that for a few weeks and I'll give you an update on that. It looks very good. It's a bit confusing, their system. I'll tell you more about that in my cohorted box thing. So this is the Jelly Primer. Now, I am actually really liking this foundation because although it is a stick foundation, hello Bushra, hello everyone, although it's a stick foundation, it dries down. So you don't need to use powder with it. Oh, I'm a little bit, I take my hat off. I really do take my hat off to teachers. I've been doing electromagnetic waves today. Oh, so difficult. Hello, Tria. So yeah, I've been teaching Jack all about electromagnetic waves and transverse waves and longitudinal waves. And so we're going to read a bit more of Oliver Twist later because it's a bit heavy going. Right, so I'm going to use this Huda Beauty stick. And I'm going to use Huda's, this is her brush that she brought out with the other foundation. So it's got quite a good kind of blending brush on it. I have no idea what I'm going to put on my face right now, but we'll work it out as we go. I'm still not sure about this shade. It's okay once I blend it in though. It's closer than the other one, but it's still a bit yellow. Don't you just love that when you're half Indian or you're fair Indian, you can never get a shade that perfectly matches. It's either too pale or it's too yellow. And of course it matches even less down my neck. But I know I can even that out. You are new to Insta, right? Oh, Bushra's on Insta, are you? Welcome to Insta. I'll have to go and check you out later, Bushra. I can't wait for Ali's lies. Yes, because we can now see you, Bushra. I love putting faces to names. I think with this foundation, in terms of the colour, I'm going to have to get another colour eventually and mix them. But Butter Pecan was definitely too fair for me, and it's only a couple of shades down. But it has got a lovely dry feel to it. I think I might have just put that on a bit quickly after applying the jelly primer. You're supposed to let this set a bit. Yeah, it is a little bit too dark. But what happened is I bought, the last shade that I got from her was Butter Pecan. And that was too fair. And this is only a couple of shades up from that. So it's a little bit too dark, but once I get my concealer on, it will balance things out. And I'm going to use the CBM one again. It's fine, it'll balance it all out. And this, of course, will be perfect for me in the summer. Because, of course, my complexion changes so much from winter to summer. I'm actually gone quite pale now. I'll show you what I mean once the concealer's on. You'll see. It's so difficult to match yourself online. But look at the look of that. It's so lovely, and it dries down. It hasn't completely dried down yet on my skin because I don't think I let that jelly primer set. I'm going to join in a bit more with the chatting today. Hello, Daniel. Got to run before I get in more trouble. Have fun, ladies. So this is where the wifey spends her lunchtime. Who's the wifey? We want to know who's Daniel's wife? Who's Daniel's wife? Yeah, so men, you don't need to worry that your wife's having an affair. It's just me. It's makeup. We're having an affair with makeup. And we're just as secretive about makeup as we would be about an affair. What? That box? No, it's not for me. It's for the neighbour. Yeah, it is looking too dark, isn't it? Oh, Tria's the wife. Right, I'm going to put some of this tan concealer on from CBM, and it's not tan at all. So it will, if I put this under my eyes, you'll see. This is how I corrected my dark Tom Fords. I put this down my nose, and I do a little thing up here. You will see, it will all come good. Now, I saw a message pop up from Ballroom Diva, Julianne. And I just want to send a real apology. Julianne's been sending me messages and I haven't been getting them. Now, I know I'm not very good at checking my Instagram, but my emails flash up on the screen. So I don't know what's happening to them. I think YouTube must be filtering some of them out. So if I don't reply to you, if you send me a message and I haven't replied to you, it's not because I'm ignoring you. It's probably because, that's all right. It's probably because YouTube are filtering them out. One of the ladies' husbands came on and said, this is where you spend your time, Mick. See you. That's my other half. See, that will even it out. And if I put a bit of that concealer down here, then I can blend it out. Back to my English chest. My Indian face and my English chest. Yeah, using his card to buy Lisa Eldridge. I think my other half worked out how much things cost, because he went in and bought stuff for me last Christmas from Charlotte Tilbury. He complains more about the boxes. What I do with my money's my own affair. We've never been like that with one another. It's like, never ever been like that. It's like, that's my own business. I don't tell him what to do with his. He doesn't tell me what to do with mine. We share things that we need to share, like food, shopping and stuff like that. But, yeah. So I'm just going to put a bit of, again, just to counteract. This is more to counteract the colour. I'm putting a bit of Charlotte Tilbury's Airbrush Flawless, but I'm putting it in the fair colour just to counteract the fact that it, in the daylight, is looking a bit too dark for me. It's a shame. Why do I always do it? I always get the wrong shade. I don't think there is a right shade. That's the problem. Right, I'll just put some. But also the fair shade has got pink in it. So it's not just about the lightness of the shade. If you look at this number one by Charlotte, this is a Tilbury tip. Charlotte actually uses this a lot under her eyes or under people's eyes, even when they're medium skin tone, because it's got a pinker undertone. The medium one's got a yellow undertone. So if you find that your foundation is too yellow, because this is basically what this foundation is, it's too yellow. It's a bit like getting an NW powder to counteract it. You can do it with Charlotte's. Just get the fair powder, and the pink will counteract the yellow. Same thing, because it's got a pink undertone as opposed to a yellow undertone. So pink counteracts yellow and yellow counteracts pink. See, I think that's looking all right now. Now my chest always looks fairer than my face. But I just love the finish of this foundation. It is very, very good. I might venture and buy another one in a shade lighter. I don't know whether to get Butter Pecan though, because Butter Pecan was too fair. So I've got to find something in between Butter Pecan and this one. Maybe I'll get a neutral one. Right. A deeper version of Exaggerise. Let's see, because I happen to have both of them right next to me right now. I'm making a conscious effort today, ladies, to keep up with the conversation. You can't join, you have family problems. Stacey, I'm sending you lots of love. I'll catch up with you later on Instagram. Poor Stacey's been through a terrible time at the moment. Thinking of you. Hello, Suzanne. I'm not sure whether Stacey wants me to share everything, so I won't. But I'm sure that we're all sending our love to her. Right. This is Exaggerise. There's Exaggerise. And then you want to see Fire Rose next to it. I suppose so. The other one somebody said made a very good point, is it's like, how many do I have? I have everything. Apart from one that came out, and I always forget the name of it. So Rebecca, remind me what it's called. There's only one I don't have of Charlotte Tilbury's, and it was one she brought out a long time ago. And it had a little star, and I always forget the name of it. Otherwise, I've got them all. Yeah, what was that palette, Rebecca, that she brought out before I started following her? And it's got a little star, and you could use it wet or dry, and it had a little star. Yeah. I can't remember the name of it. Other than that, I've got all of them. Every single one. Yes, I can't remember. I can never remember the name of it. Is it something Muse? No. No, because that's Legendary Muse, and I've got Legendary Muse. There was one, anyway, she bought one out a long time ago, before I started following her. And you could use it wet or dry. And it had a star shape in one of them. I'm just looking for my eyeshadow palettes right now. And it was right at the beginning of when she was selling makeup. And I never got it because I just wasn't following her then. Where are my eye palettes gone? I'm just looking for my eye palettes. Yes, here they are. I have everything like stacked up around me for my videos. I was looking for Gorgeous Glowing Beauty, or I think it's called, because there's one that, let's see if I can find it. Not Gorgeous Glowing Beauty, Queen of Glow or something. Oh, there's one that reminds me of it. Yeah, Queen of Glow. Queen of Glow is quite similar. And someone mentioned that the other day and I thought, yeah, she's right, it's quite similar. There's Queen of Glow. It's just a bit darker. So I'd say Vintage Vamp is the darkest, then Queen of Glow, then the Maroon palette, Mesmerise in Maroon, and then this being the lightest one. Right, last week I put on this one, what's it called? Sunset Rose. Oh, Copper Sunrise Eyes. And my first, oh, you got quite a few things then, and you got Velvet Ribbon. That sounds gorgeous. You got lots to play with. Now, I haven't put out my Wayne Goss blush yet, but I'm going to put it on today. My other one, my new one. I'm going to put Copper Sunrise on so that you can see it. It's very similar, this, to Rose Gold. Very similar indeed. I really don't think you'd notice a lot of difference. Shall I put Rose Gold on the other eye? Let's do that. Because I don't think you'll notice a difference. Come on, Rose Gold. Where are you? You're here somewhere. There you are. Right, so that is Copper Sunrise. This is Rose Gold. So it's slightly lighter. Copper Sunrise, Rose Gold. But very similar. Copper Sunrise, Rose Gold. It's just a bit darker. I'm going to put a bit of Copper Sunrise over that. So I just say, if you've got sort of a more tan skin, you might want to go for Sunset Rose. And if you've got fairer skin, you might want to go for Rose Gold. They do. They look very similar. Rose Gold, Copper Sunrise. I'll stand back. You see, if I went out like that, I don't think many people would notice. You're tempted to get copper sunrise now. Have you got rose gold though, Tria? If you've got rose, I'm just going to put a bit of copper sunrise over the top of this, just to darken it up a bit. Have you got rose gold? Because I would say if you've got rose gold, wait until you finish that one and then get it. Or is it a special edition? Now this goes really well. You'd have probably... You saw it the other day, didn't you? With Exaggerise. Shall I put Exaggerise over it or shall I do Bejewelled? Or pick a palette to put over the top. What palette would you like to see over the top of that? Just don't say Pillow Talk, because those are the only ones I haven't got within reach. But I've got all the other ones. Here's Bejewelled. Shall I do Bejewelled for a change? How about I do Bejewelled with this? You want Fire Rose? Anyone else want Fire Rose? Bejewelled? Because I did Fire Rose on my last live. That's why I'm a bit kind of not wanting to do it, because I did that last week. Fire Rose? Oh. You've got 2 for Fire Rose. You want me to do Fire Rose again? Bejewelled is lovely. I think because people are trying to decide whether or not to get it, aren't they? I don't mind it. Right. I'm going to do Bejewelled then, because I did... If you want to have a look at last week's live, you can see the Fire Rose palette again. I'll do Bejewelled. I'm going to do this one, because I want to test out... my... Let me just wipe it down. And I know that this is only meant for the crease, by the way. But because it's the only Sonia G brush I have, I've kind of been using it everywhere. I want to get another one now, but anyway, I'm going to use this one because I want to see. I want to see how easy it is to. I'm gonna put this one on first, and I'm gonna put it on with my fingers. This is so I'm using the Love Glow over the top. So I'm just going in with the prime shade with my fingers and going over that Eyes to Mesmerise. Now this is a really good shade to set your Eyes to Mesmerise in Copper Sunset, because it doesn't take away the colour at all. It just sets it. See? Right, I'm deliberately going to do this. I'm going to deliberately be brave and use this shade because I want to test the blending power in the crease of this Sonia G brush. And let me put this down somewhere first. So I've got... Don't fall, don't fall, don't fall, don't fall. Let me put that down there. Put that down there. Right. Oh, yes. I wanted to test how well this blends with something that's really dark and not very forgiving. And look at that. That was... I'm testing the brush. That was this shade here. So it's blending it really well. This time I'm not even going to tap it off. I'm going to deliberately go in really, because I want to see how easy it blends. See how it's spreading it? It is. It's very good. Thank you, Rebecca. You converted me. Now, I heard one of you was saying the other day that the blue ones are very good for hooded lids. I just like the colour of these. Yeah, they definitely, they help blend out the product. Look, even if you put a really dark colour, it just helps to blend it out really well. It doesn't, you know how eyeshadow can sometimes stick in one place? It just smooths it out really easily. Now, I keep forgetting to do this, and I think it's something to do with the design of this brush. I keep wanting to hold this brush here, but actually you should hold a blending brush at the end, because that way you move the brush better. It was a little trick I was taught when I did my stage makeup training. It stops you over pressing it in one area. You see how well that blends it out? Refer brushes. This is such a great community for giving tips out to people. I've never heard of refer brushes. Thank you, I will look them up. Are they Japanese? You have a review. Oh, you have a review of those brushes, do you? Now, this is not how you're supposed to use a brush, but it's so soft. But I'm using it that way anyway. When I have a few of her brushes, I will use the right ones in the right area. But at the moment, I've got one. And I'm going to put then the enhanced shade. About halfway across. Mick said he's going to, as Rebecca knows, he's a carpenter, Mick. He's going to make me a Sonia G brush holder out of walnut wood. But when he's going to do it, I don't know. But if he does, I said he's going to get plenty of orders. One that's like Sonia G, I should say. Not a Sonia G one, but one that's similar. Similar kind of. Did we see the new release by Wayne Goss? No. What's he released? Has he released an eyeshadow palette yet? Another one? Because I wanted to get an eyeshadow palette, but I just wasn't keen on the colours. The new Moonstone palette. So it's for the eyes. Right, well, I'd definitely be into that, because I want to try an eyeshadow palette of his. Definitely. Because his blushes blend so well. Now, I'm going to get my black Charlotte Tilbury powder pencil, because it's my favourite. By the way, update on the Exaggerise pencil. Don't waste your money. Really don't waste your money. After 2 hours, I couldn't see a thing in my lower waterline. And the top line didn't go on very evenly. I'm going to test out. There are some other brands that do a black pencil one side and a nude colour the other. And Studio 10 do one, and they've had some good reviews. So I'm going to get that one soon as my budget allows me to, because I bought a lot recently. And then I'm going to review that for you guys, because it's not worth it. formula was no good. Sorry. I hate saying that about Charlotte Tilbury, but I'm honest, I don't want people to go rush out and buy that exaggerised pencil because you'll just get frustrated. It looked very pretty when it went on, but literally 2 hours later, there was nothing in my lower waterline. I couldn't see a trace of anything. Yeah, it really was quite a letdown. I wish I hadn't bothered. I certainly wish I hadn't spent my dad's Christmas money on it. But never mind. You live and learn. And I wanted to test it for you guys anyway. Right, so I'm going to use her powder pencil in black, which I love because it's so soft and pigmented. And if only... Now, someone asked me, again, I can't remember who asked me, but you'll probably hear. Someone asked me a very good question. Is her black powder pencil, is Audrey and Sophia, which are also powder pencils, comparable? And the answer is no. Certainly not the ones that I've got. Now, she may have changed the formula because she definitely has done something new with this black one because it is soft and pigmented and it goes on really easy. Now, if she's applied the same formula to Audrey and Sophia, then yes. But the thing is, I don't want to buy another Audrey and Sophia and find out that they're like the old ones, because the old ones are nowhere near. This one, you really don't need to press at all. I'm hardly pressing at all to get that. And it just gives a really lovely black. This is, if you want to buy one pencil from Charlotte Tilbury, get this pencil. This is the one. This is the black classic. And she only bought it out recently, but it is really good. I just wouldn't recommend any of her others, really. I think her eye cheat's quite good. I do use her eye cheat a lot. But those double-sided ones, they just don't last in the waterline. And you have to really rub quite hard. Now, the reason I'm having to rub quite hard on that side as opposed to that is nothing to do with the pencil. It's to do with the fact that this eye's been watering and it's wet. So, because it's wet, it's not sticking. So that's not Charlotte's pencil. It's my eye. Hang on. Yeah, this eye's starting to water a bit. Let me just dry it off a bit. Like so, and then it should stick a bit more. It's better. Yeah, it's still moist, so it's not gonna stick as well. If you look underneath, let me just dry underneath before I apply it. It's really good. So this one is one that I will repurchase from Charlotte Tilbury, but I wouldn't repurchase any of her others. Apart from the one that I have repurchased is her eye cheat. I do like the eye cheat. The Rock and Coal eye cheat's not bad at all. Now, the only thing is that this does look good also in the upper waterline, but because it's a powder pencil, it transfers and then it causes smudges underneath. So I don't use it now in my upper waterline, which is a shame because it actually works really well. But it's just because it's a powder pencil, it rubs off. And it doesn't stay put in the waterline. But it is really soft. And really black. So I like that. I'll tell you what I like and what I don't like of Charlotte Tilbury's, don't worry. Yeah, I'm going to have a look then at your review, Rebecca. Your manager's called you in. Yeah, don't get into trouble, Tria. Now, I tell you what I do like also with Charlotte Tilbury's. I am using her Pillow Talk mascara a lot. And even though it smudges a little bit, I kind of forgive her for that because I can find it, because it curls my lashes so well. It's actually really good at curling my lashes up. So I think if you've got very straight lashes and you don't mind, you can kind of forgive her for a bit of smudging. And it doesn't smudge on everyone, because I think, Rebecca, you found it didn't smudge on you, did you? I'm so disorganised, as usual. Where's my Pillow Talk mascara? Here it is. I'm going to put the Wayne Goss, the new one I've got on. Yeah, so if you treat this like you would treat a heated eyelash curler, so as you're brushing it up, you turn it and push it against that lash. It just pushes them up. What ended on the 9th? Oh, I'd like to get Sonia G anyway now, and I'd like to get a complexion brush of hers next. But I really have got to go easy money-wise, because we've got Christmas coming up. I've still got to get Jack's Christmas present. So yeah, I've got to rein it in. The only time I can't keep a lookout for your messages, obviously, is when I'm putting on mascara. See, look at that. Curled right up to there. So I am liking the Pillow Talk mascara. And as I said, I don't really mind that it smudges a little bit, because it really does lift my lashes. There we go. Right, what did I do with my brow thing? That's here. Quickly do my brows with Legendary Brows. By the way, is my microphone all right now today, ladies? Is there any crackling on it today? Or are we okay? I think I fixed it. Excuse me. Right, the Wayne Goss new blush. I say the new one that I got. So you know I got the azalea one. So I picked up this one. This is from my dad for Christmas. So I'm going to release a separate video on this, a very quick one, but let's put it on today. I'm going to use Charlotte's bronzer brush because I can't find my blush brush from her at the moment. But anyway, let me just put a pop of colour on the middle of my cheeks. You had to turn your volume all the way up to hear me. Really? Does this actually... Right, does that do anything to my volume? The concept store. I'm going to look up the concept store. Right, so that's the blush from Wayne Goss. This is, what's this one called? Bright Poppy. Bright Poppy. And then I'm going to put some of the gold over the top. And then I'll use some as a separate highlighter as well. Oh, right, the concept store is part of Refair. Right, I'm just going to use the gold on its own now as a highlight. Thank you, Bushra. You will give me such a big head. Now, one thing that's annoying me. I just need to set right. Where's my doodah? What's it got? I just want to clean up these sides because it's going over too much. Look at my hair. I definitely need one of those silk bonnets. Sorry, guys. That's better. See how it lifts your eyes? Otherwise it makes them look more downturned. I do love this, by the way. Very good concealer. Very good. By CBM. And it doesn't have a silly lid that you can't open when your hands are slightly wet. It's the only reason I'm not using Charlotte's right now. It just annoys me. Right, let me put a lip liner on. Pick a lip liner. I might put on Lisa Eldridge's lip liner. And Unisex Healthy Glow. Thank you to all of you that wrote to me and told me it's back. So whoever told Emma on Charlotte Tilbury that it had been discontinued, thank you for making me pay customs. But at least it's back, so I'm not going to complain. Maybe they got the message. You just got crimson lipstick in the mail yesterday. You love it. Loving all the rose gold coppers and gold colours. The volume's still low. I've just switched them up. Is anyone else getting me in really low volume? Terry's got me in low volume. Anyone else? I just switched my volume up to maximum. I'm just interested to know if it's everyone. It's fading in and out. I'm going to have to upgrade this. Right, hold on a second. I'll just be straight back. I'm going to do something to my settings, but it's going to mean that I'm going to pause for a minute, all right? And tell me if this makes it better, all right? I'll be straight back. Right, is my sound better? Is my sound better? Sounds the same. I don't know what to do, because I've been in all the settings this morning and made sure that they're all right, but I don't know what to do because I can't, there's nothing else to change. There must be something wrong with my microphone. I'll have to go in and get it fixed. I'm really, really sorry. So sorry. I'm just going to shout at you all right? I just tried muting and unmuting the microphone. If not, I'll have to do my live on. Yes, I'm going to try and make a silk bonnet because this is getting silly. And I have actually tried to spray it all in place today, but it's gone nuts. It goes nuts around this area. It must be about, yeah, well, I've been fixing my microphone. It was in I've got an iPhone 10 Max, which when I went to upgrade my camera, I was told that this is one of the best cameras you can get. So just upgrade your phone. Because I went into a shop to buy a camera to do my videos on. And they said, this is the best camera. And it's got, you know, the best for colour and everything. And last week when it was getting crackly, I thought, I know what it is. Because I got this Charlotte Tilbury case for my phone. And it was starting to get air bubbles in it. And I think there was stuff collecting underneath it. So I took the case off, cleaned it all up, cleaned the microphone. But there's definitely something wrong with the camera. So I'm just going to have to take it in. I'm really sorry, guys. I'm going to put a gloss over this. I'm just trying to work out. I might put something different over it, not the Lisa Eldridge. Something else. I'm going to put something else. And then we'll better finish off. Because no one can hear me. I'm so sorry. I'm really sorry. I thought I'd fixed it all. It's so annoying. Ooh, what's in here? Let's put on. Bye. You said hello and goodbye again. You'll watch on reply. On replay. Yes, are you okay? Customs on what and why, Ali? Oh, customs on the unisex healthy glow. Right, I'll tell you what I'm putting on now. Walk of No Shame Collagen Lip Balm. I'm going to try that over the top of, on the top of this. Oh, that's nice. That is the Collagen Lip Bath in Walk of No Shame over the top of Lisa Eldridge's lip liner. Right, I'm going to finish off by looking at some of your comments and having a natter, and I shall do what I can to go and get my microphone fixed this week. I'm really, really, really sorry about this, and I might have to do a test run before next week's live. Very glam to go and pick up my other half from Aldi, isn't it? All right, let's have a look. You were 5 minutes behind. Yeah, we're all praying for you, Stacey. I'm really frustrated though, because I thought I'd fixed my microphone. I really thought I'd fixed it. And the thing is that when I'm recording a non-live video, it's all right. So I've only found out now doing the live that it's not. That's real, because obviously you mentioned this last week, so I want to put it right. And it looks like I've done nothing about it. I know. Well, maybe I should have just got a camera after all. I was advised, get the iPhone 10 Max, because you won't get a better camera to live stream. It's not an issue other than that. You'll hear on playback. It's still better than before, is it? Is it crackling? Yeah, I know. So I don't know what it is about uploading on a live to YouTube. Right, it's better than last week. Right, okay, so maybe I just need to... I might do a test run before next week's live and do another bit of fiddling around. I might take it into an iPhone shop and maybe they'll talk me into upgrading. Right. Thank you everyone for joining me. I shall see you all very soon. I have done a video on this, but this is the Wayne Goss blush in Poppy, Bright Poppy, is it? Something like that. And the gold, I think, is really sort of suits my skin tone. Would suit Tria's as well. Poor Tria, I'm always going, oh, that'll suit you, Tria, that'll suit you, Tria. I shall see you all very soon. I'm off to pick my other half up from the shops and sort my hair out. Still, look. Just do that. Just do that. Look, there we go. Just do that and make it all stick up. There we go. All right, see you all very soon. Love you all. And I'll try and sort my sound problems out by next week. I'm really sorry about that, and I hope it didn't interfere too much with your enjoyment. Take care. Love you all. Mwah.